joining us right now to kick off the third hour, and I'm glad that he's doing it because I was a little concerned that he might not make it because of getting a little dinged up in practice yesterday. But he looks all good in the hood of Green Bay, one of the best in Green Bay at the wide receiver position. Christian Watson back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Christian?
I'm doing well. I'm doing great. No complaints. How you
Good.
doing?
I'm great because I heard like you practice didn't go all that great for you yesterday, and I'm like, uh-oh, he's not going to be joining us. Now here you are, which means you're good because if you weren't, you certainly would be joining me right now.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Last play of practice, just got a little banged up, but I mean it's a football thing. A
Okay,
little bone bruise. It hasn't stopped me before. I've had it in the past, and I mean it's not going to stop me now. So it's got to keep on chucking and try to be as healthy as possible.
it's always the last play of practice, isn't it? Always. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is. I'm good enough to go out there, so I'm great. I can't complain.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. So, what's your mindset going into this third season for you, Christian?
Oh, I mean, number one for me, obviously we've got goals as a team, and we've got big goals as a team. I think that we are, all of our goals are well within reach. I think we've got the guys to do it this year. But I mean, for me personally, my mindset is just to stay as healthy and as strong as possible. I feel like for me, when I've been able to, be out there and playing. Things just kind of, fall into place. I put the work in, for those things to fall into place, but, just got to stay healthy. And I mean, that's my number one thing, just to be a little bit more conscious of my body and the things that I'm doing, on and off the field, just to make sure I'm able to be out there. Because I think if I'm able to be out there, then, things are gonna, work out.
Mind giving me a few examples of that? How do you do that?
I mean, for me, it's really just, things that I'm doing in the weight room, just, hamstring specific things just to, continue to find that balance of, strength and stuff in the hamstrings. Because obviously, having dealt with injuries in the past, that strength gets thrown off, that equilibrium gets thrown off. But I mean, it really comes down to everything, from the core to hips to the hamstrings. Just keep all those things in balance. When one thing's getting a little fatigued, being conscious of that, and maybe doing a little bit less. I mean, it's really just kind of knowing what I'm feeling instead of kind of just going out there and like I'm really sore today, something's not feeling right, but I'm just gonna go out there anyways. I feel like I've just found a little bit more. I've just found myself and my I don't even know how to describe it, but just
Sure.
when I'm feeling something, I know a little bit more about it now, having dealt with things in the past.
Christian Watson here on the Rich Eisen Show. What do you think clicked offensively for you, Jordan Love, the rest of your wide receiver room last year?
I mean, I really just think it was getting some experience, as an offense because obviously we were a young group, but I mean things were going up during camp and we were feeling really good about the offense, but until you really get out there and you get thrown in those situations, as an offense, with a young group like that. I mean, you got to be able to go through those things first and learn and grow. And I think as the season progressed, that chemistry, developed and the experience for all of us. And we kind of just hit our stride. I think that we had all of the talent and the ability to do the things. We just needed to find that connection, and we found it.
Yeah, because I mean, you definitely found it. There's no question about it, and obviously from the media talking about it point of view, a lot of us were surprised, to be very
Hmm.
honest, because we kind of knew were flashing, and Dobbs we had seen flash a little bit, but it's the rest of the receiver room, certainly because Rogers, who was there as well, was talking about being a veteran and having his veteran presence around there, and wondering if the kids were up to snuff. And I think
Hmm.
I'm not saying Rogers doubted you. I hope I'm not coming across that way, but
Oh, no, no.
you know what I'm saying. It just is. It clearly something clicked for all you guys last year. You
Yeah,
know.
no, for sure. I mean, we would have loved to have started the season off, hot and have got it. But I mean, just seeing 12 and what he was able to do. I mean, he was with guys who he had learned and grown with and was able to kind of, um, drop his knowledge, with on those guys. And I think 12 did that for 10. Obviously 10 has his own skill set, but being able to learn from 12 is huge. Me and Rome got to learn from guys who had been in the building for a really long time. So obviously we got to learn and kind of pass those things on. But I mean, I still say it's just that time element. And experience that comes with being out there in live bullets and really going out there and experiencing it ourselves as a new group. um and that's all we needed. Like I said before, we have the guys to do it. We had the guys to do it the whole year. We just needed to get that ball rolling.
Well, and again, you're referring to 10 as in Jordan Love. Last year at this time, he was just finishing up, his first training camp as the starter and then going out in week one for the first time as the starter. Now,
Yep.
I mean, you're coming off of a divisional playoff round appearance collectively with him now pizzade as the guy in the league as well as your franchise. And I'm wondering how that feels. Can you, verbalize the difference here?
I mean, honestly, even just looking back and watching clips from last year, towards the end of the year when everything was clicking, um, to now just watching clips from practice. I don't know how he's managed to do it in such a short time during this offseason, but I feel like Jay Love has taken a couple more steps, leveled up even a couple more
Hmm.
times this offseason. It seems like his accuracy, his ability to read the defense and go out there and manipulate and make throws this camp has just been um, crazy. Obviously, we have that connection, all the receivers that we were able to build up, throughout the year last year. So that definitely, comes into play. But I mean, he's going out there and he's showing why he deserved every single penny that he got, with his new deal. Because he's on one right now. He's balling, and I'm excited to see how we start and how we finish this year as well.
Better, huh? He's that much better. You could see it. It's appreciable. That's what you're
Oh
saying.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Damn. I mean, like that has some ramifications for the league, for the division, for the conference, for the league. Christian, what you're saying, I'm trying to take it all in
Yeah, no, I
right
mean,
now.
100%. And I think that there's a lot of people that say that he deserves it, and obviously there's always going to be the people who say he doesn't. I think he's going to
Right.
show everybody exactly why he deserves what he got. Um, I think that I think that he's going to be the guy for a long time, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and I can't wait to show the world and to shock those who don't believe.
Yeah, I mean, and then the running game. Obviously, that running back room, with the exception of AJ Dillon, is changed considerably as well. What's the difference now? Jacobs, you got the kid out there as well running now. What do you got?
Yeah, no, I mean, I believed in every group that we've had. I love 3-3. Obviously he was a good friend of mine. But obviously this league is ever changing. So got to adapt. And I think that our new room is outstanding. I think that Josh is uh, honestly, he's like a back I've never seen before, to be honest. Just seeing his, ability to maneuver and, find the holes and get right, his ability to cut, and, make plays out of nothing. I mean, he's definitely a guy, and I'm excited to see him as well when it gets to live bullets because, obviously I've, followed his career and obviously, just seen, games before he was here, but, it's always a little bit better when, they're doing it in the same uniform.
And Marshawn Lloyd looks pretty darn good too, just right off the bat right here, Christian. Like this
Oh
is
yeah, no, for sure. And obviously he wasn't, participating right
right.
away and so when he did finally get out there, I can't remember if it was like, his first or second, day out there, but he had a huge, big time, burst, big run in a team period and kind of just an eye opener for all of us. Obviously we had seen, him through OTAs and, seeing that, he was a shifty, quick back who could definitely make plays. But when you finally get to see it in a team period, so, when you finally kind of get your eyes open a little bit, and he's definitely a guy who can do some great things for us as well.
A few minutes left with Christian Watson of the Packers here on the Rich Eisen Show, entering year 3. So, how much confidence do you think this team's going to take into the season off of what you did in Dallas in the playoffs last year, Christian?
I mean, I think in terms for us, what we did last year, I think that gave us a lot of confidence just knowing, what we had going into camp. But I really think that the stuff that we've done, throughout this camp, and the things that we're building right now are really what's giving us the confidence. I think that we have a outstanding defense and an electric offense. And we see it every day out there. It's tough for us to make plays. On offense going up against the defense because they're good. But we make it happen, and vice versa. So I'm excited. We're building that confidence even more right now, and I can only speak for myself, but I think I can speak for everybody when I say that we're excited to get this season rolling.
Dan, again, it's what you did in Detroit on Thanksgiving Day as well. And then the divisional game against San Francisco, the eventual NFC champs. I mean, that was another significant game for you guys. But, in terms of what folks like me talk about every day with the Dallas Cowboys, I don't know if you've seen like their whole all-in strategy. They're not really giving out long-term deals. Former coach of the Packers, now their coach is only on one last year. And I don't know, do you guys ever talk about how much you guys messed up the Dallas Cowboys? Because I think that's the conversation, is just that their reaction to losing them, being one and done by you and your team, the young team, I think is kind of still lingering for them right now, Christian.
Yeah, no, I mean, I honestly I haven't talked to anyone or heard anyone talk about that game. I mean, it was just another step in our journey last year, and honestly, I think that the way we came out, to the San Fran game, I think that we were really expecting to have even a couple more steps in that journey, and trying to find that end goal. So I mean that was a great game for us, a great way to get that playoff journey started. But I mean we had bigger goals in mind, and it's in the past now. It's that's last season. We're on to this season, so we don't talk about it much. We're just locked in on what we got ahead of us.
Christian, before I let you go, normally I don't ask a player about a roster decision, but do you think if you need a punt return specialist, you can choose the kid from Family Night who caught 3 footballs at once? Did you see this kid?
Oh yeah,
Christian?
no, I did see that. I was actually talking to him before he went out there. I said I got 10 push-ups for you for every ball you catch, and I said if you don't catch any, you owe me 10 push-ups. And he went out there and he did his thing. I wasn't expecting him to get 3. Not saying I didn't have any faith in him. I definitely wanted him to go out there and do his thing. But
Look
I mean,
at you. There you are. You were the first one in there. Look at you.
Yep. I mean, catching punts off the jug machine. Especially an NFL-sized ball. At that young of an age, I was not expecting him to go out there and do all that. So I was excited for him. That was crazy.
So did you drop down and give him 30?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, he counted them out too. He came to the sideline and counted them out for me. Yeah.
He counted them out.
Yeah, no, he counted them out for me.
Oh, what's his name? TJ Trace Ramirez.
Trace Ramirez.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we see him out there in Brazil, we know he made the team.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
I love that. That's great. I mean that's what Family Night's about, right? There in Green Bay.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime we can get the fans involved, and obviously, I'm sure that that probably made that kid's year, maybe his life. So,
Yeah.
So I mean, anytime we can do that and be able to share this, share what we have, it's huge. So I'm really happy for him, and I'm glad that we do things like that.
I love that. Me too. Yeah, and I just love it. I mean, you're right. He's a kid. He's in Lambeau Field. He's got Rich Bisaccia, the special teams guru of the NFL, you could say, out there kind of telling him, all right, here comes one, shoot up another one. Here we go. And then he catches 3 of them. And then you, Jordan Love, the rest of his Packers are surrounding him, man. That's great. I love that. That's great. Christian, thanks for the time. I'll speak with you throughout the season if you don't mind. Enjoy the rest of training camp, preseason, and obviously, what a night. What do you think is going to be coursing through your veins that night when you're standing there in Brazil, in the southern hemisphere of Earth, getting ready to kick off the season in front of everybody in Brazil and then back home against the Eagles? What's going to be going through your mind, do you think, that night?
It's just gonna be, excitement. It's gonna be nice to, finally, let out all that energy that's, being built up through this camp. But, I definitely could say that I'm super excited for this season. I think this is a big season for me, big season, for our team. And I'm just excited. And, that's the first one on our schedule. So, we got to get it done. And, that's just going to, get the ball rolling for us.
Good luck to you. Thanks, Christian.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. And tell everybody there in Green Bay, thanks for your time, and get something on the shelves. I don't know where you are. Like, is that a new office or something? What is that? What is it?
No, it's a conference. There's actually stuff like from here on. There's a bunch of stuff on the shelf. This area is just cleared out. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know, like a Packer mug or something like I don't know.
Trophy? I'll let them know to do some decorations.
Let them know. I just want to help everybody out. Thanks, Christian. Really appreciate it. That's Christian Watson right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.